And we are back from the 127 sale. It was a pretty good sale. It definitely wasn't my best, but it definitely wasn't my worst. So this was a pretty good year. Got quite a few good deals, and I'm going to go through them right now. I'm not going to show you the stuff I got from my house because the video would take so long, but I will show you what I bought to resell. And yeah, let's get right into it. So this was the first bundle I bought. I believe I got this on Thursday. I paid $140 for everything you see here. First we have this original Xbox. I think this is just a basic one, nothing too special there. And then this one over here is a modded case. I'm hoping that the internals are modded on this one. I haven't tested these either of these out yet actually, but if this one is modded, it will be worth significantly more than just a regular one. Either way, not a bad deal. The next item up is this Wii U Mario & Luigi's Deluxe set. I've checked it all out, I tested it already, everything works in here, and it has the box, so that is a big bonus on that one. And again, this was part of that $140 lot, so I don't know what I paid individually for it, but overall I'm going to get a good deal. She had a bunch of video game stuff, and I only picked the stuff out that she wasn't asking like over eBay prices on and tried to bundle it all together, but well, all in all, I'm glad this one worked because this was kind of the big boy of the lot. Next was a stack of games. We got Super Mario 3D World, Zombie U, Funky Barn, Super Mario Maker, Mario Kart 8, Super Mario World, Mario Party 10, Super Smash Bros. Wii U, and Lego Marvel, disc only on that one, but that one was inside the box. As you can see, I picked out a bunch of the Mario games and stuff. I picked out all the Mario games. She had one more Super Smash Bros. While I was in that I tried to get her to include in the bundle, but she wouldn't. But at least she picked out like the least valuable of the games to not include in the bundle. Here is the next two items, two iPods. I've already plugged them in, tested them. They are not account locked or anything like that. Both worked fully functional. And you can see there was a little bit of like marks on there. I'm going to get all that off. There was like bedazzle things on there. No big deal, that'll all come off, and each of these will sell pretty fast. Next here we have two iPhone 4s. We got a white one and a black one, and one box as you can see under there. Both of these again, tested them, fully functional, no passcodes. When she was telling me about them, she said she thought they were locked, which I'm glad once I plugged them in and stuff they weren't, but I mean, can't beat that. She wanted $10 for the bag on those individually, so that's why I threw those in the lot. They're not the most valuable iPhones anymore, but I mean, they'll sell pretty quick. And here's the last item. It's a Nintendo 2DS. I think this is the base model, but I did plug it in. As you can see, it has the charger. Plugged it in, tested, worked great. Everything I bought from her worked, so I'm banking on these two Xboxes working as well. But again, I paid $140 for all this stuff, so I won't make a huge profit, but I will make a decent enough one to where I would pay that $140 again. So this next stuff is all just little stuff that I bought from individual sales. A couple things were lotted together and stuff, but I'll go through that when I get to it. But this was all just like in small little buys. I'm just going to show you guys everything at once. So first up we got a Sony Discman. This is just your basic Sony Discman, nothing too special there. I paid $1 for it, and I think this model was going between 15 and 20. So next up we have this pair of Oakley ballistic lenses. As you can see right there, you snap your frames onto those lenses and they become ballistic lenses for shooting and stuff. These are just like the ones I wore when I was in the military and everything, but these are obviously Oakley's, and I don't know what these will go for, but they're worth more than I think I paid $9 for this and a jacket that I'll show you later. Next is this iClicker 2. If you guys don't know what these are, you find them a lot around college towns, and they let students, when they're in class, vote on certain multiple choice questions. Some teachers use them for tests and stuff, but yeah, that's just a basic little thing. I think I paid $3 for it, and I've sold these a lot for like $25. Next, this is a Sony clear voice recorder, so it's just like a voice recorder you record onto a tape. I think this one was one of the cheaper ones, maybe between 15 and 20 bucks. I got this and this Welch Allen thermometer. Tested this out, works completely fine. I paid $1 each on those. I think this one was 15 to 20, and the Welch Allen looks like it was going for around 40 to 50 bucks. So that was a really good score. So these next three items right here, this watch, the glasses, and the case right there, plus a pair of North Face boots that I'll show you guys later when we get to the clothing. I paid like 11 bucks for them, I think. 10, yeah, I think I paid 11 bucks for everything. But this is a Michael Kors watch. Inside, you can see, take this out, it has the manual and everything in there. I checked the model number and everything. It looks like this watch will go for about 50 bucks. This is a pair of Ray-Ban prescription glasses. Prescription glasses don't sell as well, obviously, because they're prescription, but still, I think I'll get around 40 out of these. Then this is a Apple smartwatch case. It's just the hard case. I thought it might be worth more than what it is, but I still think I'll get like 10 bucks or so out of that shipped. So not too bad on that for the 11 bucks I paid. That's a pretty good deal. At another sale, this is the only thing I picked up from them. It's this Radio Shack pocket radio. Nothing too special there, but it is new in the box. And when I was scanning it in, I forget off the top of my head what it was going for, but it was well worth picking up for a buck. I think it was like 40 bucks or something like that, so not too bad right there. Next, these are actually pretty cool, and if you guys don't know about advanced Dungeons and Dragons stuff, vintage ones can go for a lot of money. I didn't look these up when I bought them, but I paid 50 cents a piece for these 3 things, and it looks like this guy was going for like, I think he was going for like 30 bucks or something like that, and this guy was around the same. And then this one is actually not D&D, it's Starriers. I've never heard of that, but they're the transfer rings. And I couldn't find any active on eBay, but there were sold listings of not this exact one, but other ones that sold for 50 bucks. So for 50 cents a piece on that stuff, I cleaned up. I mean, you can't really beat it. There's some advanced Dungeons and Dragons stuff out there. Like, there's a specific manual out there, I think, that sells for over $1,000. And then the final thing I want to show you guys out of this lot is these 2 bags right here. I picked them both up for 5 bucks total. I was originally just going to buy this one for 5 bucks, but I was like, hey, we throw in that one. But this is a Mountain Hardwear, extremely good hiking brand. If you don't know your hiking brands, learn them. This is a little dirty and stuff, but that's no big deal. I'll clean it up. This is the Huco 34. It's actually a 35-liter bag, and if you don't know what that means, it means it'll hold like 35 liters of stuff within the big pouch. And I think this model of it was going between, I want to say like 70 to 80 bucks used, so that was not a bad pickup at all. I might end up keeping this for Felicia because she doesn't have a really nice backpacking backpack. We have our cheap ones that we use when we travel and everything, but I don't think she has a real nice long distance one, so I might just give this one to her. But inside was clean and everything, so that was a great pickup. And then this one's not too special. It's a Mountain Smith bag, and it's a saddle for your dogs. So you slip your dog in between there, and they sit on the side like saddle bags, and they carry their own gear when you're on hikes, so you can put your dogs like food in there, and they're carrying their own food and water and stuff. So I don't know what this will go for. I'd guess probably 25 to 30 bucks used. Mountain Smith's not a great brand, it's kind of generic, but you know what? For free throw in on top of that, I'll take it. I meant to include these guys in that last little lot, but these are vintage Hanna-Barbera cookie jars. As you can see, they are Flintstones. This one's Barney Rubble. Then we got Dino and Pebbles right there. They're good and clean on the inside. They're made of porcelain. Dino's got one little chip right up there on his crown, but as you can see down here on the bottom, they're vintage Hanna-Barbera. So I don't know what these are worth, but I paid 10 bucks for them both. And I think for 10 bucks, I don't know how I'll do it, but they're pretty cool. I might end up keeping them, but I figured for 10 bucks, worth the chance. So here is what is probably the score of the weekend. This lady had a ton of early 90s toys, and I cleaned up really well on it. As you probably saw in some of the footage, I don't know how well the footage was, I haven't looked through it yet, but she also had some Power Ranger stuff, and I don't know why, but she was valuing the Power Ranger stuff at like a crazy amount. I started digging through stuff, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make her an offer on everything. And I was like, what's a number that you'd be comfortable on? And after she like walked around, looked at everything, she's like 500 bucks, and I was like, I'll just pick through and pull out what I want. So I ended up getting all this stuff, ended up paying $110 total for it, and I'm going to make very good money on this stuff. So as you can see, there is a bunch of Polly Pocket. Like I told you guys, Polly Pocket does amazing. I think there was 27 individual Polly Pockets. Then there was a bunch of the Mighty Max ones, which I showed you guys in another video. They're the boy version of Polly Pockets. There was like 25 of those. There were some handheld games. Double Dragon's a good one. Area 51, Goosebumps, TMNT3, and then there's a bunch of these turtle figures. Again, these were another good score. So I want to tell you a real quick thing about turtles. Early turtle figurines can go for some very, very good money. Not necessarily the turtles themselves. There's some few good ones. Like this is a good one. This one's like a $50 one. Then there's like the Michael Jordan turtle right there, the Mummy one. There's a couple good ones in there, some of the Trolls ones. But there are figures from the early 90s that go for some very, very good money, and I went through that bin very slowly just to see if I could find one. Unfortunately I didn't, but I'll try to put a picture of them on the screen right now. There's Scratch, and then there is, I forget his name, but he's like a Dalmatian in a fireman suit. Scratch goes for like over $500. It's like a cat with a prison outfit on, and the Dalmatian goes for like $400 to $500 just for the little 6-inch figure. So unfortunately we didn't find one of them, but this turtle stuff will be a solid profit for us. What else was in here? This is Saba, the Power Ranger sword. This is one of the only Power Rangers things I picked up because, like I said, she was valuing those at really high. And then over here we got a bunch, the set of Power Ranger. These are like Power Ranger Polly Pocket things. Hold on, let me see if I can open this. They're like Power Ranger Polly Pockets. And I got the set of those, and then a Voiceman Power Ranger one. So this was definitely the score of the weekend. I'm going to make hundreds off of this lot. Some of those Polly Pockets, like I sold this Polly Pocket like a month or two ago for like $50. Those Disney ones right there are worth like 40 to $50 a piece. I mean, there's some really good stuff in there. So this is going to be the lot of the weekend for me. And there's a bunch of the little Polly Pocket figures in there. So very good score there. Now I'm going to get into the clothing, starting with the shoes. First up, this was in that lot that I was talking about earlier with the watch and the sunglasses, or the prescription glasses and stuff. But these are the North Face boots I picked up. As you can see, they're the Summit Series. They're Gore-Tex boots. I haven't looked up this exact model, but being Summit Series, I'd say that is easily at least $40. Again, I haven't looked up this exact model, but I would say $40 on those at least. On the low ends. On the high end, who knows what they could go for depending on the model. So I didn't look those up yet, but these next two I definitely looked up, and I hit lick on these two. So first up, I wasn't sure if these were legit or not when I first saw them because I looked up the model number. I couldn't find anything on them until I did some more research later on after I bought them. But these are vintage Red Wings. You can see they have some wear on them and stuff, so I wasn't 100% sure on them. But that wear makes them look really good. Normally wear will hurt the value, but I think that's enough wear to where it makes them look really interesting. As you can see it right there, it says Red Wing. On the inside, it's marked the 991 is the model. And I couldn't find much, but I did find one pair on Grailed that sold for over $100, and another really old auction on WorthPoint from eBay that sold for almost $200. So. But those ones were in like clean condition, so I'm going to say over $100 on these bad boys. And those are super cool looking. I think I paid like $8 on these guys. Alright, these next ones are huge money. Before I found the Polly Pocket and Toy Lot, this would have been the score of the weekend, but these are some very nice Jordans. As you can see right there, the Jordans, they are super clean. Look like they were maybe worn once. There's a little bit of wear on the inside on the sole, but maybe worn once, maybe twice. Super good condition, and these are, the model is Jordan 1.5 the Return. If you look them up right now, they're going for about $200, and these are super clean, so I'm pretty confident I'll get $200 out of them. I paid $15. Those are awesome. If you don't know your Jordans, don't feel bad. I don't either. I just look up the model numbers and make sure they are legit looking, which these are. So great score there. So this is the only bag I bought. I was going to talk about it because I saw a ton of fake bags out there this week, and I've seen fake Gucci, Coach, Chanel, everything that you could think of. And this one is actually legit. This is a beach tote, and it has the cutout pattern. It's escaping me what it's called right now, but it's from Tory Burch. If you don't know Tory Burch, she is a designer, very good brand, and as you can see right there, I paid $5. It's new with tags, and I think this one was going for 50 to 60 brand new, just like this one is. So not a bad pickup there, but you gotta watch out for fake bags, because if you pick up a fake and sell it on eBay, it will strike your account faster than you know what happens, and you can't get those strikes off, and 3 strikes you're out. So be careful when you're buying bags. We're going to get into the clothing here. I only got one pair of pants. They are this pair of Miss Me jeans. Miss Me is a great brand. I paid $5 for them, and that will be an easy $30. And they are in very good condition. So those are those. This is a New York Knicks, who was this, Rose jersey. I didn't look these up, but I paid like $3 a piece for them, so figured I couldn't go wrong on that. I'm going to say like 20 to 25 bucks. This is Minnesota Timberwolves. Who's this? Towns. And again, I haven't looked this one up. I paid $3 a piece on them, and I'm going to again say 20 to 25 bucks. It's a soccer jersey. It's Nike. It's a nice big spell out for the Coca-Cola and everything. So I think this one will end up going for probably more around 30 on this guy. I'm going to think it's a small, so maybe not. Small's not as desirable of a size, but we'll see. Then this lady had a bunch of Harley Davidson gear, like, I mean, not just clothing, like memorabilia and stuff like that, but she was asking like high retail prices on almost everything, like the jackets and stuff. They were nice jackets. They had like the heated elements on the inside and everything, but she was asking like $75. But I ended up picking up some tees and sweatshirts off of her for $3 a piece. So this one's just a nice mechanic shirt, and it has the big spell out on the back. Mechanic shirts are the best kind of Harley shirts to pick up as far as shirts go, because they're just a really nice style and everybody wants them, specifically the men's ones. This is a flannel, Harley Davidson flannel, nothing too special there. That's going to be like 20 bucks. Each of these will probably be about 20 bucks. This is a hoodie, spell out, nice and big, and I don't think it had anything on the back, no. And then this is just a nice big spell out gray sweatshirt. That one's pretty vintage looking, so that one might go for more like 25, but at least 20 on each of those. This was a really cool find. She said she used to be a hiker, and this was actually the one she wore back in like the late 70s, early 80s, she said. I don't think it's that old. I think it was more like mid 80s, so late 80s, but either way, this is a fleece Patagonia, real nice. It had one burn mark in the shoulder, probably from a cinder or something like that, from a fire. But it's an XL. It is vintage Patagonia. I think this one will go for about 50 bucks, maybe a little more. Obviously, I got to clean it up first. And this one's actually interesting. I sold a Disney store, just like this one is. It's a Disney store jacket, and it has Eeyore on it. I sold an Eeyore jacket last winter, just like this, just had a different graphic right there, and a different graphic on the back. But I sold it for 75 bucks, so when he said $5 on this thing, I was willing to take the chance. It does have a little bit of staining down here, but I mean, for $5, I will take it, and I think if it goes anywhere near the other one, over 50 bucks, I'll be happy with on that guy. And that's going to do it for everything that we bought at the 127 sale. It was a great sale weekend. If you've never been to the 127 sale, I definitely recommend checking it out at least once, especially if you're along the way like I am in Cincinnati. It cuts straight through us. But be prepared. There are a ton of dealers, a ton of junk to sift through, but there is some treasure to be found, as you just saw. Yeah, it's definitely worth checking out at least once. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, remember to hit the like button. Leave me a comment of your favorite find that I found, or if you've seen something I missed that I should have picked up. I'd love to hear it. Always trying to expand my knowledge base, and hopefully you guys learned something from this video. Until next time, keep on treasure hunting. Peace.